Hello guys, I'm Dekma. In this video, I'm going to say about router configuration using console and telnet. So first we're going to take a router. So I'm going to take a 2621 router. I'm going to take a two routers. Then I'm going to take a two switches. So one switches here and another switches here. Then I'm going to take a four PCs. So one PC, then another, then I take another PC. Then I take this another PC. Then I'm going to take a server, one server. So this one, I'm going to align this components. So going to connect all these components so that I'm going to select a copper straight wire. So first I'm going to connect a PC02 switch 0. Next I'm going to connect a PC12 switch 0. Next I'm going to connect a server 02 switch 0. Next I'm going to connect a PC22 switch 1. Next I'm going to connect a PC32 switch 1. So next we have to connect a PC switch 0 to router 0. So just do this. Next we are going to connect a switch 1 to router 1. So now we have to connect a router 0 to router 1. So first, so that we have to select a WIC one team. So first of all you have to switch off this one. And next you have to select this component and have to fit this in this part. Next you have to on this switch on here. Next you close this. The same we have to do in the router one also. So we have to switch off first of all. Next we have to select this component and have to fit this in the part. Next you have to close this one, switch off this one, switch on this one, then I have to close this. Next you have to connect this router 0 to router 1. So I'm choosing this one. So now we have to give IP address to all these components. So first we are going to give a IP address to a PC0. So go to desktop, then IP configuration, and IP address is 192.168.1.6, and subnet mask will automatically come. Then PC see the default gateway is 192.168.1.1. Now close this one. Next we are going to give a IP address to the PC1. So go to desktop and IP configuration, then go type 192.168.1.7. Then subnet mask will automatically come. Then you have to give a default gateway, so 192.168.1.1. Then close this one. Then you have to give a IP address to the server 0. Go to the desktop, then IP configuration, then give a IP address 192.168.1.8. Then subnet mask will automatically come. Then we have to give a default gateway 192.168.1.1. So IP configuration for this line have completed. Next we have to give a IP address to the PC2. So go to desktop, IP configuration. Then we have to give IP configuration for 192.168.3.5. Then subnet mask will automatically come, and have to give a default gateway, and then giving us a 192.168.3.1. Next we're going to give a IP address to the PC3. So go to desktop, IP configuration, giving the IP address 192.168.3.6. Then subnet mask will automatically come. Then I have to give a default gateway 192.168.3.1. Now IP address for this line also completed. Now we're going to give a configure that router 0 So again clicking the router 0, then go to CLI, then you have to give a configure this. So first of all give no, then you have to enable, then you have to give a configure terminal conf t. So first of all, we want to interface FA0 0 by 0. Then I have to give IP address. So 192.168.1.1. Then I have to give a subnet mask. So 255.255.255.0. Next give no shut. Then exit. Then I have to give a IP internet interface to the SE 0 by 0. So I have to give IP address again, IP address 192.168.2.1. Then I give a subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Then I have to give a clock rate. So clock rate is 1,28,000. Then give no shut. Then exit this one. So same as we have to give for the router 1. So go to router 1, then click CLI, then give no. So give enable, then configure terminal, give enter. You have to interface the FA0 by 0. Then I have to give a IP address as 192.168.3.1. then you have to give it subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Sorry, I'm getting an error here. I give something here, so I have to again have to type IP address 192.168.3.1. then I have to give subnet mask 255.255.255.0. then I have to give no shut. Then I have to exit this one. Then we have to give a interface SE 0 by 0. Then I have to give again IP address. I have to give IP address as 192.168.2.2. then I have to give a subnet mask 255.255.255.0. then I have to give a no shut. So now we run the package from PC0 to switch 0 or auto 0. It's successful. Again now we run the package from PC0 to PC1. It's also successful. Now we run the package PC0 to PC2. It's failed because we have to router 0 and router 1 are not connected. We are just connected to the particular line. So to interconnect the router, we have to do some configuration. So we have to go to the router 0, then CLI. You have to give a first you have to give a exit. Then we have to give IP route. IP route is 192.168.3.0. then I have to give a subnet mask 255.255.255.5.0. then I have it again. We have to give a 192.168.2.2. so now we close this. The same as we had to give for the router 1 also. So give enter and give exit. You have to give IP route. You have to give IP address as 192.168.1.0. then we have to give IP address subnet mask 255.255.255.0. then we have to give a 192. 192.168.2.1. Now yeah, let me close this. Now we run this package. So first of all, you're going to delete this one. Then we run the package from PC0 to router 0. It's successful. Next we run the package from PC0 to PC2. It's success failed. So now we run the PC2 to PC3. It's successful. Now we delete this. Now we run PC0 to PC2. PC0 to PC2. It's successful. Now we run this one PC3 to PC1. It's failed. Now we again run this one PC1 to PC3. It's successful. So now we don't now we go for the switch, then go to CLI. Now we're going to do a set password for switch 0. So give enable, then conf t, then have to give enable password. Now we're going to password as CSE. Now exit, again exit. Now we have to give enable. It's asking for password. I have to give password as CSE. And now we're going to give give password for main entrance also. So give me conf t. Then give line con 0. Give password as password as ABC. Login, then exit, then give again exit, then give exit again. Now we're asking password. I have to give a password as ABC. Now give a enable. Now it's asking again password. I have to give a password as CSE. So now give conf t. So give line VTY 04. Then give password 123. Then give a login. Then exit. Then again exit. Then again exit. Now we have to give a password, so we can give a password as ABC. We have to give again enable. Now we have to give password as CSE. Now we have to conf t, configure terminal. Now we have to give a int VLAN 1. Then we have to give IP address 192.168.1.10. Then to give a subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Then give no set. So that's all. We close this. Now go to PC0. Then go to web browser. Then give a URL as 192.168.1.8. Click go. Now it's running successfully. Now close this. Then again go to PC0. Go to command prompt. Now we have to give a telnet 192.168 1.1.10. Now I have to give password as ABC. Now I have to give again password as CSE. Have to give again password as 123. Then we have to give enable. Then we have to give a password as CSE. Then we have to give a sketch run. That's all, guys. This was the configuration I have get. That's all, guys. This is the router configuration for using console and telnet. Thanks for watching.